Yep. Awesome. Great. Okay. Origin story. Surviving. And you said, what are we surviving this week?
That's the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're surviving? I know what I'm surviving. Do you know what you're surviving?
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. All right, good.
Good.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to Surviving the Joneses.
I'm Philip.
I'm Josh. Here we are together. Episode 3. Now can we high five?
No.
Why not? Why are you so against the high five?
Because it's dumb.
I don't think it's dumb. I think it's like, here we go, we made it.
Okay.
Because something that I'm surviving this week, I have this kind of pent up in me. Actually, today.
Did I ask what you're surviving?
No, it
yet?
doesn't matter because I am telling you what I'm surviving.
Oh, just remember, we're two Minnesota loons
Shut up!
surviving life.
I hate that so much.
Why?
I don't
We're
know.
both from Minnesota.
You're not from Minnesota. You're from Wisconsin.
No, I'm actually from Indiana, but whatever.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, that's true. Think about that. I am surviving the fact, though, that, like, we are so different. Like, I can't even. So, listeners, before we even started this
How many times
podcast,
are we going to
I
beat
said,
this dead horse?
listen, no, I said to Philip, I said, hey, what do you think we should, like, what's kind of like Bruin and Sanjay? What are you going? And he's like, Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, what about him? And he's like, he just signed. I'm like, and your point
Are you trying to steal my surviving the week?
And then he's like, what about Trump and Elon Musk? And I'm like, and your point is, like, we are so different.
It's hot and juicy topics.
I understand that, but we are just different.
You want to talk about Diddy?
Also, we are so different.
You want to talk about the Karen Reed trial?
The thing is that my husband, who I love so dearly, is so ingrained and engrossed in pop culture and current events and all of these things. And I live my life amongst humans. Totally different spaces. You are
totally different humans, too. You're around nerds. I'm around the fun people.
Okay.
No offense to you nerds.
You just, hold on. You just referenced Diddy and then said you're around the fun people. So don't even try. Don't even try because you're going to put your foot in your mouth there. So here's the reality. The reality is... Stop.
Baby oil.
Stop. You're done. You're done. The reality is...
You should see the look that she just gave me. It's kind of crazy.
Oh my gosh, you're done. The reality is...
Yes.
We're very different. And sometimes that's just a lot to survive and try after 20... What did we say? 23? 22? I don't know. Years of marriage. 23, because Brian's going to be 24. Right?
Yes, we've been married 23
Yeah.
years, and it's going to be 24. Are you going to play to the camera today? Or
No, you're going to... We're not even sure if we're going to use that camera, so don't talk about it.
Hey.
Pause.
No!
No, don't say that because we're not sure we're going to use it. This is my test run.
Yeah, but if it's a good run, then we're going to use it.
No, but we're not necessarily because I want to play with it a bit. So don't say that. So don't say you're going to play the camera. So what did you say just before that? Do you remember?
Baby oil.
That's so inappropriate. Hold on.
But hey.
Pause.
No.
Such an asshole. It's going to be harder than I thought it was, I think.
You'll find
Been
it.
married 23
Yeah.
years.
24 years.
24. You gonna play to the camera today, or?
No, you're going to... We're not even sure if we're going to use that camera, so don't talk about it.
Hey.
Pause.
No.
Okay, here you go. Ready? So you say 24. You've been married 24. And then what?
We haven't been married 24.
No, we've got to
been
be 24. Yes, whatever you just said before that. And then go.
Hi.
Hi.
It's
I mean,
sad
what have
that
you
that you
What
still
have you
can't-
What have you been married? 23 years?
No. Well, yes. 23, technically.
Right. Okay, not 24. 24, coming up on 24.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, after all of this time, we have survived this space of you and I being so crazy different in life.
This is what you were surviving this
Kind
week?
of today, a little bit. In this moment, yes, that would be.
That's
That would be. You are very painful at
What I'm
times.
trying to tell you is the listeners deserve better than some half-witted...
Half-witted. You're the one who's trying to be witty. So go ahead, go for it. Let's roast yourself in this.
Thing. No,
roast yourself in this.
that's not really
moment.
the answer. What are you surviving? Oh, I'm surviving marriage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, show of hands, listener. If you're sitting in your car or sitting in your kitchen or at your work or whatever, If you feel like you sometimes are surviving marriage on any given day, please raise your hand. Oh, pretty much 100%. Oh, I see you. I see you. Jones, what are you surviving this week that is so much more palatable and relatable? Please don't say
Well,
Aaron
unless you,
Jones.
unless Aaron Jones, that's
Or
my
Aaron
brother.
Rodgers.
Aaron
Aaron
Jones
Rodgers.
is a great man.
Aaron Rodgers.
I love me some Aaron Jones.
Shut up, Aaron
When he
Rodgers.
came over from Green Bay to Minnesota, it almost made me a Viking fan, but I don't want to be a loser, so
Oh my gosh.
it's okay.
Anyways, go
If
ahead.
you've been
What are you
sleeping
trying?
underneath a rock this afternoon on 6/5, Aaron
At the time of
Rodgers
this
is yes, Aaron Rodgers signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the egomaniac has found a new home, and that is with the black and gold in Pittsburgh, and they can deal with all the drama.
Hold
But
on,
no-
wait, stop, pause.
What?
Okay, so also listeners, I don't like football,
So what?
and you love football.
I love.
So what
me
is
some
the
Green
drama?
Packers.
Like, what is the drama? You said they can handle all of the drama. What is the drama that they're gonna like have to handle?
Well, he's an egomaniac.
Oh, I thought you said eagle,
Eagle?
like a flying eagle. At first, that's what. Okay,
Did I not enunciate?
no, you
good enough,
probably
or
did.
you
I just don't know that much
you're
about
just
it. So
wifing this and not.
no, I'm not.
listening.
I'm being myself.
So you really just don't.
Stop! Not honestly about football, absolutely not. Okay, anyways though, listen. Okay,
Yes.
so
Karen.
he's an ego maniac.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else about him that they're gonna have to deal with?
Well,
Is he good at football?
he's on a decline a little bit.
Okay.
So he is still pretty good.
Okay. So he's got an ego, he's good at football ish. What else are they gonna have to deal with? What does that look like? I guess I just don't understand. I'm trying to sympathize with your surviving moment.
Well, he's Mr. Know-It-All.
Okay, like you.
I definitely do not know it all. But I don't have friends. I
I
don't bring,
love
I
that
don't
we
bring
are-
all my buddies in to play football with me and then fail miserably.
Is that what he did? Did he bring all his boys to the yard?
He did. He brought them all to the New York Jets after he left the Packers, and they failed miserably.
Okay.
Yeah, he got everybody fired over there.
And how are you surviving that? How are you coping with that?
I love me some Aaron Rodgers. As much as I love to hate on him, he was one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. You know, his statistics don't lie. He brought a Super Bowl to Green Bay, another championship, and I am a part owner of the Green Bay Packers. So it really, in a roundabout way, affects me because we do eventually will re-sign Aaron Rodgers
my
to a one-day
goodness.
contract so he can go in and retire a Green
Wait.
Bay Packer.
Can you do that?
Sign a one-day contract?
Yeah.
That's a normal thing.
Oh, really?
Yes, if you play for like a long time with a team or whatnot, or you know, that's just your
Like you retire into that team.
you retire into you sign that. It's like a respect thing. Go hands up.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a question or a statement now that I'm thinking about it. Like, if I was the owner of a famous sports team and you were playing for me.
Well, it's great
And
that
then-
you're sitting across from me, who is an owner of a great sports team,
Stop it.
publicly owned, the only one in the NFL. Go ahead.
I can't even right now with you. Okay, but let's say you are playing for me, like in the field
I
of
do
sports.
play for you. Oh, not sports.
Okay, stop it. Stop.
What are we having for supper?
Stop. You're done. You're done. Okay, anyways. You're a football player on
Yeah.
my team.
Sure.
You either are a crappy player at the end of the day and I have to let you go because you're kind of getting older.
Yep.
Right? Or maybe you're just kind of like what you said that he was like kind of big ego, right? Like egomaniac or whatever. So I'm like, you're just not good for my team. I need you out of here, whatever it is. Why on earth would I let you retire with me? That feels like really just not like good ownership. Why would I want to be associated with you? That's not like I'll be. Oh, how much do they get? Like, here's $1 million to play for me for the day, just so you can retire here.
It doesn't work like that. It's just, it's a honorary signature.
Honored?
Yeah, it's in
Oh.
like you're being honored.
I just want everybody who's listening to know right now, if you chose to not play for me because you were being just rude, or you were rude and you were dismissed from playing for me, I would never in a million years give you like, oh, do you want to sign this and retire with me so you can say You want a one-day contract and retired with me? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's craziness.
It was a bad breakup with the Packers. Let's be honest. It was a bad breakup. He strung him along if he was coming back or if he was not going to come back.
Then absolutely would not let you sign a one-day contract with me.
But he
How are you stupid?
He played 20
Screw
years
you.
with one team. 20
I
years.
don't care.
Just like Brett Favre.
So what?
Same scenario.
I don't
And
care
not coming
about
back,
any of that.
And they said, we're moving forward. Jordan Love is our man.
Okay, hold on. Did Brett Favre sign a one-day contract
He came back for the Packers.
for one day?
I think so.
Do your research because I don't believe
Unpaid
you.
research says yes.
Unpaid BS says yes because you just said I think, and truth are not the same thing.
You know, we can edit that out of the podcast.
We are not editing that out of the podcast. Here's the thing, though. I just think like integrity matters, and if you are gonna show up and say that you are for a team, play for the team,
Yeah.
win, lose, or die, you play for that team. You're not like whatever. And if you get booted, then you are on your own, friend.
What's your point?
You shouldn't be able to sign a one-day contract. That's silly. And it should be torn up
If
in
you're
a court
the
of law.
best of the best of the best.
If you were best of the best, you would have been on my team from the beginning.
Yeah, well, he was the best of the best.
And he left the team.
And he
Regardless
left
of the reason.
the team, and they still might retire his number.
That's a problem.
It's not a problem.
If I was in charge of sports, it would be a problem.
This is why,
I'm not in charge of sports.
yes.
Okay, fine, whatever.
You
Anyways,
can't even make flowers grow. Let's be honest.
Actually, let's be real. My flowers outside are growing well. Thank you very
Your
much.
weeds are growing great outside.
They're not weeds, and
Only
I
because
will.
I water them and you don't.
I watered them this morning.
I pray to God
Oh,
that you
stop.
send rain, Lord Jesus. Bring us the rain because Tasha doesn't get up early enough to water.
I did water this morning, and tough. That they got watered twice.
We've gone on way too long on this survive.
Yes,
or
we have.
What have we survived?
I've survived you in this moment.
And how did that start?
Not well, friend. Not well.
Really?
I mean, actually, I did like you when I first met you.
And then what did that look like?
We were going to talk about this today, like how we met each other, and just a little bit more about us. And so, when we met each other, I'll start from my end. I'll give a few moments about that. I was a hot mess.
I was about to say that you were a hot mess because I didn't understand how you could be that much of a mess.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not meaning
And
that.
you married me still.
Well, you put the hot in hot mess.
Back then, I was a looker. Anyways, okay, that's not the point. Okay, so the reality is that I was a bit of a mess. I grew up in a Christian home, all the things, and also was in kind of a rehabilitation state. Right? Like I was messy. Like I was living with a family who was taking care of me. I wasn't doing very great. I had an eating disorder since the time I was 12 and was living with a family who was basically force feeding me back to life.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we met because of a blind date. And I was getting my life together again. And I was a preschool teacher at a cute little church daycare. And my boss happened to know you.
Yes, your boss was a kindergarten teacher at
Yeah.
said preschool. And when I was doing youth ministry in Wisconsin, my secretary, that was her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And her daughter really wanted to date me.
And you're like, absolutely not.
And I'm like, God, that is not the woman you have for me.
And look what you
Next
ended
up.
up with.
Next up.
I'm so sorry for you right now. Okay. Anyways. And so she liked you enough to be like, if I can't have him, who should? And she came to me and she's like, hey, Tasha, I have this boy for you. And I was like, ugh. Like, I can't. I don't want to date anybody right now.
It's like a Disney story, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Because if it was a Disney story, I would be the, like, I don't need a man.
Wait a second, there is a Prince Philip in Disney.
Yeah, but there isn't a Tasha that goes, I don't need a man.
There's not a Russian Natasha
No, there's not. There's not.
Oh, okay.
Next Disney movie coming your way. Okay, anyways, so like
Come
she's
on,
like
Putin, make it happen.
stop it. Okay, so she's like, Tasha, oh my gosh, I have this guy that you just got to meet. And I was like, I'm not up for dating. I really just actually need to eat lunch today. And I need to like show up to work today. And I need to not cry all day. And I need to like go to church. And I need to like breathe without self-harming. Like, there are so many things that I need outside of a boy right now who's already caused me, not you, but prior ones, so much trauma in my life. And she's like, but I really think that you guys would be so good together. And I was like, ooh, so. And I said no, again and again and again and again. And then one day, because she was so persistent, because we are so old, I said, you can go ahead and let him email me.
And which I did. And I emailed.
Yeah,
And I
even,
emailed.
okay. I don't even remember if you said, I don't even remember looking at an email from you because honestly, I never checked my email at that time. How many emails did you send you?
I don't know. It was AOL. Did I instant message you at that time?
Hold on, what is that? Whatever it is. I can't think of
Clearing your throat?
No, like,
that?
what is that?
I
Like,
know what you're trying to do. I know
connectivity?
exactly. Yes.
what's the AOL sound? Do you remember?
No, I
Me
don't.
either. I feel like I should. I'm like getting it in my brain.
Maybe we'll insert it into the
We
podcast.
could. I will. Okay, anyways. So, I
Tasha,
sent you all the
and
emails.
here's
You
the
sent
thing.
me the emails.
And it doesn't matter
didn't.
where we came from. I am an introvert. Tasha is an extrovert.
No way.
No way, what?
I was just joking. Of course I am.
Oh.
Like if it wasn't obvious.
I put myself out there.
Do you?
In
In this scenario, you did. In this scenario, you did.
Well, yeah, because who knows what I'm.
You were
This is
desperate.
before. This is
you
before.
were desperate for
I
love.
wasn't desperate for love. I was just.
Okay, hold on.
looking-
Wait. Pause.
You
Listeners.
can't.
Pause. Listeners. I continually rejected this man, and the girl that wanted to date him that he turned down was trying to set him up, and he continued to pursue me. Desperate.
You're ridiculous.
Truth.
It's not. This, like I said, this is before technology. This is before you knew what you were getting into. This is the original Love is Blind. I did not know what this one looked like.
Stretch.
It's not a stretch.
It is.
No, I had a high schooler in our youth group who had a high school football game, and we eventually met up beforehand for his football game on a Friday night in a suburb of Milwaukee, and we met at
McDonald's.
That's right.
By Ronnie. The goal was, okay, so here's the thing. So
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
okay. So long story short, you emailed me, I didn't email you back. You got angry, you told her, you're like, she's not even talking to me, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not giving you my phone number. I got to move out from my little rehab stint facility, living in a apartment with a fellow coworker, and because
She was crazy.
your crushy, whatever, anyways, my boss,
Yeah.
the person who used to like you,
Right.
had that person's phone number. They gave her the house line. Gave you the house line. And all of a sudden, I'm moving in boxes, and I get a call, bring, bring, literally moving in day. Finally able to be on my own, able to pee alone, for the love of God.
Hey, hot stuff. You want to go on a date?
And I said, are you kidding me? And he's like, we're going to a football game. And I was like, sounds like a murder. And so I
In
said,
public.
yes, because I felt trapped.
This is
What
such
am
a
I
lie.
going to do? And so I said, I will meet you at the Ronnie McDonald's bench. You know, those benches where Ronnie's sitting on one side and there's a space for you
where
to
his
take a
arm is
selfie.
like sitting out there,
Oh, sit with me.
trying to, come sit with me. I'm gonna put my arm around
Yeah.
you.
And so then we decided yes. And I thought to myself, if I get there and I don't know that I'm going to marry this fool, I'm out.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah, we had never seen each other.
No, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, like I had no idea what you look like. And I was literally in a state in my life where I was like, I cannot do another trauma storm. If we are not meant to be together, I'm out. And so I prayed. This good Pentecostal girl, I just prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. And I told the Lord, if I see him and do not know that he is the one for me, I am not going on this date. And I was pretty firm. And I was adamant. And I think that's shown by the fact that I never responded to your calls or emails beforehand. So
Well, the good thing is that, I really benefited paying that guy $50 who had the date set up with you.
shut up. And so you get to McDonald's. I'm not gonna speak for you, but I got to McDonald's and I sat in my car for a few minutes. And I was like, I'm just gonna go home. And then I started praying. What were you thinking on that day?
What was I thinking?
Yeah, like,
I
what do
was
you pull in
nervous. Like, number
Did
one.
you know that you wanted to marry me right away?
No, I wanted to go watch some football and have good conversation with a person that I didn't know. And
Okay.
so it was kind of exciting, yet
Desperate.
that's not desperate. Dude.
To marry me, kind of. But
No.
That's fine. I love that you love me still.
She's younger, that's good. Win-win, right?
I was younger, 5 years younger.
Not 5 years younger, don't say
I'm
that.
close to 5 years younger than you.
Yeah, well, it's
Philip
not
Jones,
that.
how long are you going to be, or like, how old are you right now?
We're not doing that either.
Okay,
We're young at heart.
you can be young at heart. I'm 5 years younger. Anyways,
Gray hair
so-
doesn't say that.
I can, okay, we're not even going to. Anyways, we pull up to the Mickey D's. And I'm praying this prayer. And I get out of my car and I, like, you know how you, like, just search the parking lot real quick. Zero idea. Like, no picture, no, like, blonde hair, blue eyes, this tall, whatever. Like, zero. We were legitimately meeting by Ronnie's arm, like, on the bench. Which is so weird thinking about back then. And I scan the parking lot and I see this guy from afar, like, walking up. And I literally fell into my car. And I fell into my car and I heard, like, as loud as the Lord has ever spoken to me, I heard,
Sexy beast.
and no, that's not what he said. He gotta go, sexy beast. He went, you're gonna marry him. And I said, no. And God said, yes. And I said, I'm pretty sure no. Like, I think this is just my brain playing tricks on me. But I would go on this date because that's what I said I would do. And if I didn't feel that way, I would have driven away. And I was pretty darn certain that that was the case. And so
The tape recorder that I put in your car to play the voice of God is...
it worked.
Yes.
Trapped forever. And we went to a game.
Yeah,
And then we went out to Perkins afterwards.
we did. We asked everybody. We sat next to each other. I don't even think we really watched the game too much.
No, we chatted.
We did chat about
Everything.
everything under the sun, and then like you said, we went to Perkins. Got a
It
break.
was super late at night that we were there.
It was so worth it.
Can I just tell you, I love that you think it was worth it the entire time. As a background conversation, I was trying to prove that we were not, quote, equally yoked in my brain. Because I grew up Pentecostal girl going like, are you equally yoked? If not, then you're like apart. So like, whether that be you're a Christian, I'm not a Christian, or like you believe this, I'm like every single thing in my faith we chatted about, not because I felt like, I love that you thought it was genuine connection. For me, it was like, oh my gosh, I need to prove that we're not getting married. That's what I was thinking in that moment of like, God, you're wrong.
We've done that for the last 23 years.
And we're
that,
still
that
here.
we shouldn't be married.
But yet here we are.
But here we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we started great.
And we still are great. What are you trying to say? We
No,
started.
I'm talking about like it's in like mutual likeness.
Yeah. And we're still so different.
Oh yeah.
Like more different than ever before, which we talked about quite a bit on this already. And we're only in episode 3, but we talked quite a bit about it. But like the reality is like that first date was like, I believe this. What do you think? I believe this. What do you think? What do you believe about this? What do you think about this? What do you like? And
I'm open to this. Are you open to this?
It was just like a continued like deep dive of all of the things that you would only tell your bestest a friend for like hours straight.
But I stand by Flintstones over Jetsons.
Such a random comment at a time like this. That was my take then, and it's my take now.
That is I'm going to the grave
I
with
think
that.
I would prefer the Jetsons.
Why? Because of the futuristic, because of the
Kind
science
of.
fiction.
No, because of the ease of humanity. Push a button, there's dinner. That's what I want.
Here, just bring
That's
me
what I want.
bring me some ribs, woman. No?
And what's that going to get you? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely not in this house.
Absolutely nothing.
No.
So, anyways, we got married pretty quick.
Well, yeah, we dated for 6 weeks. I proposed.
Where?
Tasha had this vision. Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
that she would be proposed underneath a willow tree.
I don't know if that was a vision. That's just what happened.
Didn't you say that you?
I don't remember. This was so
Wow,
like we've
you're
been married for
ruining-
like 100 years.
Are
So
you
like,
ruining our origin story?
no, I'm
You
right.
said underneath the tree of the house that we were to buy.
I don't remember that. I feel like I said that now, but like maybe. I mean, I was a lofty child then. I can see me saying something like
You were
that.
a what?
Lofty child.
Oh,
I was
okay.
young and I had big dreams. Straight out of rehab. It was great.
Great.
Yeah. But you did. You proposed to me, but underneath my favorite tree. The willow tree is my favorite tree. Out of all of the trees in the world, a willow tree is my favorite. And
Yeah, we were dating for 4 weeks before me and my
I didn't even know your favorite color.
me and my friend. Right, this is true.
True
Me and my
story.
friend, we bought a duplex, and in the backyard was this huge willow tree.
Legitimately my favorite tree, and I think I did express that multiple times.
And growing up in Green Bay, we had a willow tree, and we loved the willow tree. We loved to swing, play Tarzan on the willow tree. We had the sandbox underneath the willow tree. It was great. Willow tree and Tasha had this dream
love
about
willow
being.
trees.
Yes, they hold a special place.
You know why? Okay, because my grandma, growing up,
Mhm.
my dad's mom, had this massive willow tree, and I remember as a kid we would swing like Tarzan from the branches. It was our secret hideout because the way that it was like built, like it was like just this staple solidarity moment of like I always felt safe under the willow tree.
Right.
I don't know why it's weird, but that's how I felt.
Yeah, until fall when you had to try to rake up those.
I did not
dang-
rake because that
leaves.
is a you job, not a me
That
job.
was before leaf blowers.
Doesn't matter. It was
It's,
you, not me. Anyways, we got married. How quick?
We were married within 6 months of meeting each other,
Yeah, which is crazy.
which was really fast forward because we met the last day in August before 9/11.
Yeah, we had our second date on 9/11.
We did.
Our first kiss.
I remember it like yesterday.
Actually, your face said that you didn't remember it. Okay, listeners, I've never told Philip this, I don't think. So I'm gonna say this to you guys. Okay, and him for the first time, maybe second.
I'm gonna listen.
Do you remember about your Abercrombie khakis?
What happened to my? What
Okay.
about him?
So when Philip and I first met,
Oh,
I remember making a comment about his appearance. Okay, so I think maybe in our last episode you may have alluded to like your conservative church dad
Yeah,
as a pastor. Philip dressed not 24.
how did Philip dress? I'm
35, 36 years old. Like you did not dress. I remember making a comment about it to you, and then I remember our second date. I vividly remember. I know you're old now. You coming to me in brand new khaki
Yeah.
Abercrombie and Finch pants,
Okay.
and you were very excited about those pants because I had commented. I'm like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I just remember it being a very cool moment for you of
That was
like
a cool moment.
you intentionally dressed to meet me, and that made my heart really excited.
Wow.
I know.
That impresses me too. That's good stuff.
I know you're old, but I remember that very vividly. I can actually still imagine like the little logo on your pants and being like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, she's looking at the pants.
Oh,
Okay.
shut up.
Just the backside.
Oh, shut up. Anyways.
What was I wearing the first time that we met?
I actually don't remember. I just remember being
Wow.
very conservative and me being a little turned off.
Well, here's the thing. I was in official duty at that time. As the,
We'll get
as a youth minister in the early 2000s.
official duty. Oh my word.
You can't say that?
No,
Remember,
it's funny.
listeners,
Okay.
I was the highest paid youth minister in the state of Wisconsin at that
How do you
time.
even know that?
Unpaid research.
Oh, shut up. Anyways, okay. So, you were smitten. Our first date.
I remember
knew-
what you were wearing on the first date.
I don't even remember what I was wearing. What was I wearing?
Overalls.
Oh, that's pretty staple for me. Still.
And if it's
You
not
don't
true,
even
I'm
like-
just.
You don't even like overalls.
Oh no, you were a stick.
A lot different than what I was now. But also
Somewhat.
very, very sick. Very, very sick.
Absolutely.
And, but regardless of the space, we're here today. I'm very healthy as a human. You, what do you think?
What?
You're a pretty healthy human.
I'm not healthy.
You're pretty, no, I like mentally. Balanced? You're pretty balanced.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen a
think we're good.
therapist.
Jeez,
Are
I love
you?
Actually, no, I graduated. Thank you very much.
That's why I'm looking forward to it.
But here's the reality. The reality is we've made it. After all of that totally different backgrounds.
We made it.
You shouldn't sing in public
Why?
with that voice. You should try.
Try.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going.
Okay,
I'm
I
so
was waiting for
sorry.
you. Anyways, we have been here. And we've made it.
We did.
25 years, but we just decided it was going to be 24. We're going on 24.
We survived the snowstorm marriage
Yeah,
or wedding ceremony.
we did. It's been a choice for sure.
Absolutely.
But also, like, I think it's been a really good source of, I don't know, like, I remember I think it's been a source of stability and also a source of truth. Like, we both knew that we were supposed to get married
Mhm.
and, like, that we balanced each other really, really well. And I think we've utilized that to come back to the table time and time again and go, like, hey, I felt like God was telling us to be together. You felt like God was telling us to be together in a different way. But also, like, we're here. Like, we're here and we're going to work through it.
Right.
Being so different in every way, shape, and form.
Mhm.
Having such different backgrounds. Having different political views. Having different preferences. Having different parentals. Like, you had stable parents. I was the byproduct of 2 teenagers, right? Like, we have been through so much together. Whether it be, like, just general, like, life and viewpoints to infertility, to loss, to adoption, to grief, to just like a wide spectrum of life together, and that's made us who we are. And like, I don't know that I would be who I was today without you.
Right.
You've been a gift to me, and I know you would say similar. And how's your cue?
Hey, 100%. I married up, and I know
Well, then you think
and
that.
I married up.
Okay, so listeners, if you don't know us, I view Philip as an anchor in my life, and I love that he thinks the anchor is how he married up. But he is the one who brings me stability all of the time.
Which is ridiculous.
Isn't
because
that?
I'm a freaking hot mess. And
Isn't
if
that
you know
weird?
anybody that is involved in my life, or anybody that I put myself into their lives, they would say I'm a nut job.
Yeah.
Which isn't true, but
No, it's not true. I think
no.
that you're just a quiet introvert, and I think together we make a really good pair. But we really do, when you think about like that stupid thing that comes to my mind, is that you complete me, Jerry Maguire.
Oh,
moment.
don't do that.
But listen, okay.
Barf.
It can be barf. That's fine. But we are so opposite of each other in so many ways that there is a completion that comes when we're together.
Absolutely.
Of like a perspective, a human, but how do you get together on the same level? That's hard, sometimes. I don't know.
It takes a lot of work.
It does.
It takes a lot of
work.
fights.
Mm-hmm. And stick with it, along the way, and being willing to move forward. And I love doing life with you. I love navigating faith with you. I love navigating parenthood with you.
You like navigating graveyards with me.
Absolutely not. That is not something that I love.
Honoring the dead. Your forefathers that have come before you. The men and women of faith.
No.
The children
Okay.
that were taken too early.
Okay, stop it. You're done. That is not what you like to go see at the graveyard. You like to go see, what's that man's name? Kentucky Fried Chicken guy. Who did you make me see?
Colonel Sanders?
Yeah, him. And then who's that other guy that was like the fighter or whatever that we had to go see?
The reason that we saw Colonel Sanders because he was buried in the same cemetery of
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Muhammad Ali.
Okay, perfect.
And we
And
bumped
then-
into his sister
That's right, we did.
at the grave.
But I didn't know that. That was a weird moment for me.
It was an honor for me.
I love that it was honor for you. I thought it was awkward. But here's the reality.
Yes.
Is that together we make a whole person. You like things that I don't like.
Yeah.
I like
50%
things
of
that
you
you don't
sucks, 50% of me sucks, and together
We're awesome.
we make one awesome person.
I love that. I feel like we didn't leave you with that much, but maybe a little bit more about us.
Yeah, I mean,
And
hopefully you learned a little bit about us and understand that maybe 50% of you sucks too, and there's your other 50% out there to make one awesome marriage.
I would add to that, like on the reality of spaces of like whoever you are married to, if you are married to your partner or
Yep.
whoever that is, like, if you lean in a little bit, like, I think we've both grown so much from each other
Mm-hmm.
and what we bring to the table on a regular basis, where it is worth it at the end of the day. And there is something to be said about compromise and vision and all of those spaces, but it does take a lot of work.
And a lot of compromise.
And a lot of one-on-one dates that are not sexy and have everything to do with like a family meeting or like a meeting of the minds. How many times have we done that? We're like, hey, we need to get on the same page about this. Let's have dinner here, a place that we really like, and discuss X, Y, and Z.
I can't recall the last time we went out for dinner, let's be honest.
Okay, that's the season that we're in right now, but we do that often.
Should we leave them on doo-doo?
Okay. Anyways, thanks for listening. Have a great week out there.
Stay
You are
regular.
amazing.
Eat your fiber.
Oh my gosh. Bye.
This has been Surviving with the Joneses.
Cute. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to leave this out, or do you want me to put it away? Okay, so can we, I know that you're going to be kind of in done mode here. Let's talk timeline.
Can we turn on the TV?
Yeah, you sure can.
No, we should probably get these guys outside. Oh, damn you. Oh, my bubbles. Oh, my bubbles. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so background music. We need to think. Can
Do
we?
I need to do that today?
Kind
Are you trying to kill me?
No, it's fine.
Good.
We can do it later.